Shanti, are you all happy? 3/9/2022 Murli. This Murli has two important points. One being how important it is never to postpone the most auspicious task, which is giving Baba's introduction, because if you do so, you will have no tomorrow to continue your seva or self growth. And another thing is how important it is to make Baba one's heir, because it is only by making Baba one's heir one will be able to become prosperous for 21 births, and the Laukik child will not do anything more than feeding a Brahmin priest after your death. It is only we Brahmakumars and Brahmakumaris who have this intoxication of listening directly to God. That doesn't happen anywhere else. Even in scriptures it is mentioned that Krishna played the flute, which is Murli, but in reality it is Shiva Baba who gives Murli to us. We know for sure none but one Shiva Baba can give this knowledge, and it is only by remembering him can we claim the inheritance. So Baba wants us again and again never to remember anybody else. In the path of devotion, we were remembering God, but it is only after becoming body conscious that we started remembering bodily beings. The soul knows that it was an emperor when it was pure, and after taking several rebirths and becoming impure, that it has become impure beggar. Only in heaven we were happy because not only we had enormous wealth, but also we had a body free from disease. But that is not the case now. Whether you are old or young, it doesn't matter. There is no guarantee that you will be alive. So you have the most auspicious task of giving Baba's introduction and enabling others to enter heaven. So do it right away. Since Father creates heaven and Bharat and people of Bharat did claim the inheritance of heaven, it is very easy for making the people of Bharat understand these things. Nonetheless, there are always obstacles from sects like Arya Samaj who don't believe in the existence of deities. It is only by quickly engaging to Baba one can claim full right to inheritance. Only Baba has the medicine for removing the sorrow from all souls, so he is rightly called the spiritual surgeon. Since we are his children, we are also the master spiritual surgeon, so we should also be able to inject this knowledge. It is only through remembrance of Baba that we are claiming the full inheritance of heaven. So obviously we will be facing many obstacles. So we need to make the remembrance very firm. So it is to represent our present situation that it is hard to find 3 feet of land to open Gita Parshala or Brahmakumaris Rajaga Center, that it is mentioned in Mahabharata that Pandavas were not given even 3 feet of land. But it will definitely grow gradually after the foundation was laid. So many centers were opened after that, and many were changed from shells into diamonds. So Baba asked us to put up a board outside that it is clinic for health and wealth for 21 births and clinic for 100% purity, peace and happiness. But still, not all children have interest in doing service. So many people are so attached to their families and relatives that they say that as the reason for postponing the service. And even holy men are trapped in the scriptures. You need to get out of all of them and consider yourself as souls and start giving Baba's introduction to everybody. If you're going to delay this service because of your relatives and family, then you may die before starting service because there is no guarantee for your life and no relatives is going to benefit you in any way. But it is only by adopting Baba as our heir that we become prosperous for 21 births. Baba says you need not be afraid that you need to give everything away, but you just have to look after your children. In addition, you have to consider Baba your child because it is by surrendering your life to the service of Baba that you receive liberation in life. But devotees commit suicide in Kashi thinking that they will claim liberation in life, but they can't. So if you make Baba your heir, you will Baba will make you the resident of heaven. He will give you a palace, golden palace. But your son will not give you anything. At the most, he can feed the Brahmin priest after your death. So if you are rich, obviously all your wealth is going to be destroyed as well. So why not open 50 hospitals, which will cost just 50,000 rupees. So after that, they will sustain themselves. You can also go to the banks of Ganges and stick Baba's introduction on a piece of paper on your back so that people will read it by themselves. For that, you need to get rid of body consciousness. If a wealthy person is doing this, people will really appreciate that. And you should invite people to know how Bharat became hell from heaven and how Lakshmi Narayan took 84 births. If you can't enlighten others with this injection of knowledge, how can you be called enlightened or a surgeon? Though you make Bharat into heaven, you are incognito. People go on physical pilgrimages, but you are on spiritual pilgrimage while you are standing, sitting, and moving around. And you are gradually becoming pure by having constant remembrance. In the path of devotion, they say God is in everyone, but you remember God no matter what you do. There's a big difference between the two. So Baba asks us to go to the cremation ground, to the temples, to the train, and give Baba's introduction. So you can praise incorporeal for the Shiva and also explain the praise of Sri Krishna, and then you can ask who the real God is. So if you have pictures with you, that will be of good help. If Kumari is doing this, they will have a great fortune. The real Kanaya, father of all Kumaris, is God Shiva and not Sri Krishna. You can find in many centers that some students, after listening to the knowledge for the first time, they will get so excited that they will bring their friends and relatives again. So that will also increase the charity for them. So you can't receive anything without service. So you can do service at home also. Baba says, don't allow your children to indulge in vice. So if you give money and if they use it for vicious purpose, then the sin will be accumulated on your head. By constantly engaging yourself in this godly service, not only Father will be pleased, but also you will be receiving the inheritance of constant happiness for the future 21 births. In the blessing, Baba says, it is only by becoming body conscious that you are able to find someone good and someone bad. But if you are soul conscious, if you are seeing the soul of others instead of the body, you will have mercy on them even if they behave very bad to you, because you are seeing the three aspects of time. Because initially they were all Satopradhan, which means they were so loving and so pure. It is only due to the influence of Ravan they are behaving like that. So you want them to get out of the influence of Ravan. So this becomes your nature only if you become soul conscious. So, in order to achieve that stage, always practice that I am a soul. Whatever you do, whatever act you perform, you always have to say to yourself that you are a soul that sees through the eyes, that works with hands, works with legs. Like that, you need to detach yourself from the body so that you will be able to detach yourself from the acts of others so that you will stay loving to others no matter what their behavior is towards you. In this slogan, Baba says in order to attain success both in service and self improvement, you need to fly with the wings of zeal and enthusiasm, because those two are the essential wings of a Brahmin life. Om Shanti. Thank you, Bab Dada. Love you, Bab Dada.